Hi guys, I hope that you've had a fantastic week. It's been a very interesting and productive week on our end. I had a great weekend last weekend with the Sydney Bonus Day people, where we built a great internet business, which you'll hear a little bit more about a little bit later on. Now, a lot of people have been asking me about what I read and where I would recommend that people could start reading for things about internet marketing and traffic generation. So I'm going to show you today a few different sites that I read and show you a place where you can go and get all of these sites and aggregate the information into the one spot. So like an online newsletter. But let's start with this site, v7n.com. v7n.com. Now, this is the site that I learned nearly everything that I know about search engine optimization. It all started from this site. So I used to spend hours upon hours just reading through the site. So where would you go? The place that I love most is the forums. And a forum is a place where people can communicate with each other. So I would go in here and I would look at different topics, and I would ask questions and answer questions and write replies. So as you can see, there's a marketing forum, a search engine optimization forum, a forum about Google, either a beginner, advanced, intermediate, no matter where you're at. This is definitely a place that you want to have a look at. So that's one of the places I'd look at on V7N. The other place that I would look at, just going back, is their blog. It's one of the best blogs, has some fantastic writers on it. For those of you who don't know what a blog is, it's like an online diary where people talk about different things, and specifically on this one they talk about some different things about internet marketing. So as you can see, they're talking about SEO down here. If we scroll down, they're talking about Google AdWords, paid links, so there's lots of different stuff. So that's the two places on this place that I would look at. Now, the other interesting thing you may want to look at on this site is the marketplace. And in the marketplace, you can actually ask people to quote on doing work for you. So it's a little bit like Elance or Rent-A-Coder, but in a less formal way. So that's where I would start, V7N. So let's close that one down. And as I said, that's their blog. SEObook.com. If you look up here, SEObook.com. This is Aaron Wall's site. It's fantastic. He sells a book about search engine optimization, but if you don't want to buy the book, see here, click on blog, and it has some free information about search engine optimization. So scrolling down, you can see there's all different stuff about Google and search engine optimization, and you can ask questions and he'll answer them. A lot of his information in his book. If you want to get his book, that's great, but if you don't want to, reading this blog will definitely help. He's a very successful internet marketer, so he tells you a little bit about that. So I would read in his blog. The other thing that he's got, which is really, really good, is tools. So let's go into there. In his tools section, he's got a bunch of different stuff for search engine optimization. So scroll down, have a look through there. So those are the two spots that I would look at to start with. And then as you get a little bit more knowledge, you want to come to mattcutts.com/blog. Matt Cutts is an employee of Google and has some fantastic information that you want to read. So that's for more advanced people though. Don't start there if you're a beginner. Scobalizer has some great stuff about internet marketing, beginners to advanced, so definitely have a look there. And the last one that I would be looking at is Seth Godin. Seth Godin is a genius, very, very good marketer, has some great books. His blog is worth a read. Now, what if you've got 100 or you've got 10 different blogs that you need to read to keep up to date? How do you do that? Well, there's a really easy way to do that. You need to go to bloglines.com and register for an account. So you go to bloglines.com and register for an account. I just registered for this new account today. You can see it's on my Surefire Marketing email address. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get Seth's blog and I'm going to add it to my Bloglines account. So I'm going to click add. So I'm going to click add, and then you copy and paste in the URL. You copy and paste in the URL, and then it brings you all the feeds available. So you just choose a feed, scroll down and hit subscribe. So that means that now every time Seth posts on his blog, it actually feeds back into here. So as you can see, Seth's blog, there's 10 recent posts that I can read. So instead of actually having to go to his blog now, I can actually read the summaries of what he's writing about here. And if I think it's interesting, I can just click on this and it takes me to the actual post. So you can do this for unlimited amounts of blogs. This could be useful for if you're trying to learn about real estate or you're trying to learn about shares. For me, it's all about internet marketing. I have multiple accounts dependent on what I'm wanting to learn about. But so this is where I would spend a lot of my day, is reading my Bloglines account and catching up on some information. So I recommend that you go and get an account and you add in the 4 different blogs that I've shown you today. As we go along, I may show you more, but start with those 4, add them in, and that would be a great start for you to advancing your learning. So last week I asked you to complete all of your step 1 and step 2, so all of the market research. Now some people ask me about market research websites and what they look like. So I'm just going to take you to the Better Mortgage Group. The Better Mortgage Group is the internet business that we are building with the Melbourne Bonus Day group. As you can see, this is their market research website. So scroll through and have a look at what they've done, and get back to me if you've got any questions. So I wish you a fantastic week, and we'll talk again next week.